everyone, my name's Kalen and this is my mother Stacy.
Hi everyone, welcome to Safe Time Talk. Safe Time Talk, what is it? Kalen will tell you.
Well, since this is our first episode, I'll fill in all the details. So as you know, when I was a wee lad, like this tall, apparently I used to have a little nutty problem. I sound that strange, but anyway, apparently the way Safe Time Talk would work was that, like, say if I had, like, a bad grade on a test, just imagine a test right here, like, say I'd have, like, an F- or something, we just say Safe Time Talk, and none of us would scream, none of us would get angry at each other, because we used to do that a lot.
Right, yeah. Well, as a parent, you want the best for your child, and sometimes you just get in your own way and you yell and you don't mean to do it. And that's why I came up with Safe Time Talk, because we needed to not do that anymore, because what was yelling wasn't doing anything but hurting people's feelings, right?
Yeah. It just made...
And it didn't change anything. It wasn't going to help him get a better grade, and it
just made us afraid of one another.
Right, exactly. And I didn't want that. And that he was very young, and I realized, I can't continue like this. So that's when I decided to come up with Safe Time Talk. And it just gave us a chance for me to stop. And the rules were that when he had something that he needed to tell me that he knew I'm probably not going to like, he could say, "Mom, I need some Safe Time Talk." And that let me know that I need to zip,
and not get mad.
Not get mad. I had to just listen and take it in. And what that did for me was allowed me to really listen and not just jump in. I had to just listen, let him say what he had to say. And then maybe later on, after thinking about it, what could I do? If it was a problem, how do I fix it? If it's something he needed help with. If it was just he needed to get something off of his chest, maybe he had some feelings he had to deal with. That is how it all started. So now we don't really say Safe Time Talk anymore.
Yeah, eventually the term faded into obscurity, but the concept was still a thing.
Right.
But then one day we had the idea for the show. We were relaxing on the couch like this, and we were like, "So you want to start a reality show?"
Sure, what should we do?
Let's just do a nice one. We should do comedy. And that's how the concept for the show was born. Right. And we started going through it's funny to think about, because we went through so many kinds of cringy names, like the Mother Talk Show, the KGT Talking Show, TalkWithUs.com, the Bed in the Bedroom, the Camera Room.
Yep.
We made up with all different kinds of names. Then Safe Time Talk came along.
Because that's the best thing to do. Because of Safe Time Talk, now that he's a teenager, here we are 10 years later. Because we started this when you were about 4, I guess, because you were starting school and everything.
Yeah,
maybe 5. So 10 years later, here we are, and we're able to just have a conversation. And
not get angry.
Right. And he knows he can come to me about anything. And especially during the pandemic. I mean, let's just get right to it. Parenting during a pandemic.
Coronavirus sucks.
Right, exactly. Right? You speak your truth. And that's the whole point of Safe Time Talk, is just telling your truth. Parenting for me during the pandemic is rough because I have to take care of my mental health, but I also have to take care of his mental health. And I have to make sure that we are doing things proactively, that we are keeping up with school. How could I help him? Yeah. How could I help the teachers help him? How could I help the teachers help me? How could we all help each other? Then on top of it, summer came, and then it was like, okay, what do we do?
Summer camps.
Right. Exactly. Virtual summer camps were really great this year. We had he had a wonderful time with them.
Yeah, all of them were done by Black Rocket, which is responsible for a lot of the things that you see on this channel now, like the logo, the banner, stuff like that.
Yeah, that was really great. And so he had that, and then we would take long walks, and we would try to do puzzles, and we did Legos, and we played games, and we did all kinds of things to keep us occupied. And then September came and school started again. And this year, it was great because he's going to school virtually, but it's basically almost like a whole day.
I love it.
And he's been loving the virtual school, and they're doing a great job. Our district is doing a wonderful job with it. So I can't say enough about the teachers, the work that they're giving them, and they're in class. He's just home while he's there, but they're in class, they're learning, they're taking their tests, they're doing homework, and he has a full day. So his day is really like a regular day.
Well, technically it's a half day, right?
Right, yeah. Like technically, so you would go to, like he goes to school.
We're on a half day schedule. Like, we don't have lunch.
That's what the whole thing is right. So he goes from school, like say 8:24 to 12:54, and then we have lunch. Then he gets back on for extra help about 2:00. And then from 2:00 to 3:00, he's back on with extra help and connecting with teachers. And then after that, he starts homework. So his day is full. So, that's good, especially during a pandemic, because there's not much to do.
Because at least it gives me a purpose, Because if I didn't have it, we'd just be like, what? We'd just be sitting here, I'm gonna take this. Like, say this is the wall. Yeah. Ow. Oof.
Yeah. So.
Ow.
My husband, his dad, Bob. Maybe he'll make a cameo one time. He works. He's lucky enough that he was able to keep his job, and he works from home. My job. I'm a substitute teacher. And my position really has been nullified because things are virtual here in our town.
She works for CCD, and she records in this very room, I think.
Yeah, I do a lot of charity work. That's what helped me during the pandemic. I'll tell you that. Getting involved in charities, helping people, raising money, putting things out on social media, from Save Our Stages to Black Lives Matter to the local food banks to Broadway to whoever, whatever needed to get done and needed a helping hand or a word out. We really tried to get involved for me, because that kept me going and knowing that I was helping others during this pandemic.
Yeah.
Because we are fortunate. He is able to, my husband is able to work from home. He is able to go to school virtually. We're very blessed that way. So for me, I needed to help others so that they could have the same that we had. And if they didn't, help them out. So that's what kept us busy during the pandemic.
So
what do you think the pros and cons were?
That was pretty much Save Time Talk in a nutshell.
Yeah, that really is. That's really how it goes.
And to answer the question for pros and cons, because it's episode 1, this will be the first topic we're talking about. So, pros. We get to stay home all day. We get to wear pajamas. We don't need to wear these. And I get to work on something coming out soon. And for cons, coronavirus, staying home. I can't come up with the third one. Oh, and speaking of which, you said something about my dad, right?
Yeah.
And how he could cameo?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a second. Hey, Dad! Do you think he can cameo one of the episodes of our show one day?
I don't think he's going to do it today.
Okay! He has said he'll show up soon.
Oh, so. Okay, great. So maybe you'll see him one day. And but that's Safe Time Talk. This is our first episode, so we're going to have each time we come back, we're going to pick a topic. Some things are going to be deep, some things are going to be, lighthearted, but it's always going to be safe to talk here.
But one last thing. For the point of this episode, what to do if you're in a quarantine or a lockdown simply, here's my suggestion. Do what you want. You don't need to do what we do. You can say the surfer dude on my shirt. Like, say you wanted to do sports. Well, you can probably do sports at home. Like maybe you can recreate Gaga Ball or something that I used to do.
Right.
Or maybe you're a storyteller. Perhaps you can take that time and make a novel or something. Just something that makes you happy. Or maybe even like a decorator almost. Like you can just decorate a random room
Find
and see
something
what you like.
new to do, right?
Yeah.
Something that you never had the time to do, or passion for, do it now.
You can do something that you really enjoy. You could do something that's really new.
Yeah.
And we all did this.
Yep, we all had to find new ways to occupy our time, and we did, and we're better for it. And I think that's a great thing, is just when you have that time. But for me, the best thing about the pandemic at this point of being able to reconnect with family, but the cons of what it has devastated so many people, that my heart breaks for all those people.
Yeah, it doesn't really help of all the other kinds of disasters like wildfires,
right,
political turmoil, stuff like that. I don't want to get too in depth because I know that hurts people.
Yeah, it's very hard, but reconnecting during this time, getting to know each other, getting to talk more is the best thing that we could have done during this pandemic, because we are able to come together as a family, figure things out, and it's been a really fun time to be together and not have all the distractions of the everyday of, going to work and not seeing each other and only seeing each other at maybe for dinner, and then, getting back up and starting the whole day again. We've been together and home, and that's been such a great thing, but what the cost was of that, and is tragic to think of, and
we've even been separated from grandparents, I believe.
Yep, grandparents. We've been separated from our own families just to keep everyone safe. It's been hard, but we try to, when we do get together, we're always safe. We have masks on. We're social distance. And
I don't have a mask right now, so I'm just using my hand.
We don't need one right now. We don't need it now. We've been in the house for almost a year now. I think we're okay.
And just since everyone here is just watching through their little TV screens.
Yeah.
Or else, if I can reach right through it, you know what, I'm not. Because if only we could do that, It's like all different kinds of stuff that people make up. Like the idea of like traveling through something, like a TV here and like someone hops through it and ends up on like the other side of the globe. Or the universe, almost.
All right, before we get off topic, we're going to end here. Just say thank you. We just wanted to introduce you to Safe Time Talk. We'll have to come up with a good topic for next time.
Yeah, and I'm thinking that we should do something a little we can probably try something serious, maybe not serious. We can probably do like a comedy episode. We can bring Dad over and talk about like certain things.
Maybe we'll have FaceTime with Grandpa.
Well, we can do something like that. Maybe we can talk to Jeffrey or like your grandparents or like Patty even.
Yeah.
I don't want to leak their names to the internet.
We'll get some guests on here too. But thank you so much for watching Safe Time Talk with us.
Yep. And be sure to do the YouTube routine.
Yep. And we'll get better as we go along.
Subscribe.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.